Hello, welcome to the weather update for September 5th, 2019. Kind of a cloudy day today, but the sun really, all these clouds are from Hurricane Dorian, and when the sun set, it just really, the sky just lit up beautifully. And I just want to share before I get started with this weather update, I just want to share with you some of these amazing pictures I took as the sun was setting here in Mineola, and it was absolutely amazing. The colors. This is all these clouds are from Hurricane Dorian, and just amazing colors in the sky from this hurricane as the sun set. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so let's get started with this weather update. This is the satellite image here, and you can see that cloud shield from Hurricane Dorian that's been over our area. These clouds are from Hurricane Dorian. They're high hurricane cirrus clouds. You can see there it is right there in the lower part of the screen there, and it will have some effect on our weather, but let's first look at what the weather was like today across our area. So we're going to take a look. It's a really cool day across the area with a lot of clouds around. 68, dew point 53, so dew points are comfortable. They've been in the comfortable range all day long, and we only hit about 70. Let's see, Farmingdale has 72 degrees. That's all it got up to today. So a very cool day today. Again, with the clouds, the northeast flow kept Long Island fairly cool. And you'll see that offshore warnings now have tropical storm warnings and even hurricane warnings. So this does affect the offshore area. So let's contrast that with New Jersey and see how they did. So it's at 68. It's cool there too, but look at the dew point. It's a lot higher. 66 degree dew point, and that's just because the wind trajectory. Dew points have actually come up during the day, and it looks like they've had a little rain too, so that probably is why. So we can look at the radar and see what. Actually, look at the radar, and we'll look at. Yeah, so not much rain here, but again, if you look to the south, you see there is the rain. That is rain from Hurricane Dorian. So if we go and we keep going south, you'll see that's already impacting North Carolina, Cape Hatteras. And there it is right there. That's what it looks like on the radar there. And there's been tornadoes that have hit areas. You see there's one right there. That often happens when hurricanes interact with land. But anyway, this is about our weather. So I have another update on Hurricane Dorian. But Hurricane Dorian will have some effect on our weather. Sea temperatures comfortable across the area, but there is a variation in the dew points. So you see over Long Island, we have low dew points, basically 55 to 60 degrees. Whereas you go into New Jersey, it's more humid there, dew points in the mid-60s. And that's just because the wind is going over warmer water. It's picking up more humidity. That's what it is when they're further south. If we look at Ventus sky, you will see the same kind of variation. So we'll show that to you as well. So you see the same thing. If I put dew points, you will see the same kind of variation here. At least you should see it. Yeah, you see that drier air over Long Island, and then as you go this way, it gets more humid. So let's take a look at the models. Let's see what's going to be happening. This is the rainfall, the NAM's rainfall for as far as Dorian goes, and you'll see most of the rain, the heavy rain, does not affect us at all. It may nip Cape Cod and Nantucket a little bit there. You see a little pink there, but for our area, mostly light rain. Probably. So we're going to actually start off with the NAM and the radar simulation here, and we're actually make this the higher resolution so you can see what we'll be dealing with. So let me move this back up over here. So here you go. So here we go into Friday. See, not much rain in our area yet, but here's Dorian now emerging off the North Carolina coast there. You see there might be a couple of showers around noon breaking out as the storm moves by, and then by the evening it's just very light scattered shower activity according to the NAM, and you can see here there it is tracking offshore, and like I said, the most heaviest part of the storm is right here, kind of stays away from us, so we don't really see any of the heavy rain. But the effects of the beach erosion, that will be the beach erosion and coastal flooding, which will be an issue for the South Shore and parts of the East End. That will be an issue. So the next thing we'll look at is the wind. So we'll look at the wind field. We'll be using the NAM for this. All right, so let's look at the wind field as we go into tomorrow, because the winds are going to pick up. So this is the wind, and you see there is the wind field there. You see those purples. That's winds over 50 knots, 50 miles an hour. I think it goes 55. It's in knots, so 50 knots. But the worst of the wind kind of just avoids Long Island. You can see it kind of just, it may nick the east end and a little bit of the south shore, but for the most part, Cape Cod can get into more wind because the center of the storm comes closer to them. But you can see there is the center of Dorian there, those really strong winds, and it just holds on. It really holds on to its strength the whole way out until it hits Nova Scotia. It's still going to be a hurricane, and it's just going to be a large storm in area. We have to watch when it emerges, but I'm thinking that it'll just be coastal effects for us as far as that goes. So, well, temperatures next. Well, we're going to look at one more thing. That's the clouds, and you will see here. You can see that cloud shield from Dorian there over us, and you see we're going to be in the clouds for tomorrow, and then part of Saturday. But then it clears up, especially in New Jersey. It'll probably clear up by 10, 11 o'clock. Long Island, the clouds may hold on a little longer, and there might be some showers in the morning, especially Suffolk County. And then we kind of clear it out behind the storm. So now I'll go to the GFS. Now we can look at the clouds in the GFS. Again, we're in the cloud shield. You see that. But then it kind of moves away Saturday. But hangs on a little more on Long Island, but maybe less in New Jersey. And then Sunday, probably a good amount of high clouds around. But I'm not going to go any further beyond that. We got to deal with Dorian. I'm not going to go into the long range. So let's look at the kind of temperatures we're going to be dealing with for the next couple of days. So as we go into Thursday, today is Thursday. As we go into Friday, you will see temperatures going to be very cool. Only upper 60s. It'll be a very, very cool day. Cooler than today. And then as the storm departs, we'll have a little bit of a warm-up as the sun comes out, and where temperatures rebound into the mid-70s for Saturday, which could wind up being a very nice day, especially by the afternoon. And then Sunday, temperatures remain in the mid-70s. So now we'll look at the dew points. And we're going to have low dew points through the weekend. Sunday has low dew points. Saturday, we have fairly low dew points as well, in the 50s. Friday, there's going to be a little bit of a difference again, and I think Long Island is going to have lower dew points, but it's going to be more humid in Jersey just because the wind is coming off the east, so it's coming over. When the wind comes from the east or northeast on Long Island, it's coming in off these cooler waters off New England, but in New Jersey, it's coming off the warmer waters in this area, so that's why it's getting more humidity. You can see there is Dorian tracking offshore right there. So, well, we'll have to keep an eye on this storm, obviously. It's good. There's going to be some impacts along the coast for sure, and that's why if we go to the National Weather Service site, you will see the high surf advisory that is in effect, and the tropical storm warning actually just for the waters just offshore, just to our south of us, and we have a coastal flood advisory in effect. So the last part of this video, I'll talk about that coastal flood advisory. Minor to locally moderate coastal impacts Friday into Saturday. So we have a coastal flood advisory which is in effect from 1 p.m. Friday to 9 p.m. Saturday, and the locations are vulnerable locales in northeastern Suffolk, including Orient Point. They're not listing the South Shore. Oh, it's just for northeastern Suffolk. I see. I want the one for the whole area. All right, so they have several of them. So they have for northeast. So we're gonna basically have shallow flooding. Possibly expect 1 to 2 feet of inundation above ground in low-lying vulnerable areas. This is like Orient Point area. And then we have that coastal flood advisory for southwestern Suffolk, southeastern Suffolk, southern Queens, and southern Nassau, including the Atlantic Ocean front. And that's from 1 p.m. Friday to 9 p.m. Saturday, and high surf advisory from 2 p.m. Friday to 9 p.m. Saturday. And the coastal flood impacts, shallow flooding is expected in most vulnerable areas. Expect 1 to 2 feet of inundation. So high surf will develop Friday afternoon to Friday evening, peaking at 6 to 10 knots for the ocean beaches and of NYC and western Long Island, and 8 to 12 knots. That's a mistake. 6 to 10 feet and 8 to 12 feet across eastern Long Island beaches. So there are going to be some big waves, erosion, effects from Hurricane Dorian for our area. So like I said, the whole East Coast is going to feel some kind of effect from Hurricane Dorian. So that does conclude this weather update. I want to thank you for watching and have a good night.